Hello everyone, Gigs here once again on the MineSaga server, Western Realm, sitting here chilling with an AFK dust eye. What is she looking at? Just the sky? All her good work? We've already toured this island, but I'm still just blown away every time I come over here and I have a look at it all. So, yeah. I don't blame you for sitting here admiring your own work. But really, she's AFK. We came second once again in IS Top. Really great effort by the team, and we'll be working hard yet again this week to try and snaffle back that place #1. But yeah, in the meantime, great work by the team. It's really good that we're at least being consistent in our second places. And we have Eric here. Was he selling stuff to Hydra? Maybe selling some shards? Sure, that will make Hydra very happy. Okay, so yes, just remember that we have all of these shops from our lovely Raw Army teammates. You can come and buy bits and pieces off them. Now, back to what we're going to do. Now I've distracted myself by wandering around the shops, as all girls do. Today I have a couple of things to do. The main thing is that I want to have a squiz around my own island so that you can see the progress that I've made. I've done quite a bit since the last episode, so I'd like to update you on that. And then I also want to look at a new spawner that I have gotten. In fact, the reason I've got my sword on me is that I have been off in the arena to get myself some mob coins so I can upgrade said spawner. So let's head back to, we'll go home, iron, iron. Ta-da! And here we go. Again, a reminder, this is where we are. So let's first of all have a look at the island. So we saw the mountain last time. But what you didn't see, and this is all the new stuff that I've added since the last episode. It's going to take a little while for chunks to load in. This is, I'm guessing this is an anti-lag style thing where the chunks unload so much and you really need to go back into render distance in order to, right up close, in order to reload them all when you come back. But so there's been quite a bit of terraforming going on, so new hills that have been added. I've done a lot of trees. I've added a few extra buildings, and I've got the Prismarine and jungle theme that the other couple that I had done have. I've got another one here. So this one's a variation of one of the other ones, so it's very similar style. Go around here again, more trees have been planted, so it's really been terraformed up. We have this one here, just got a few multi-levels. Actually really quite like that little area there, like just sort of indentation a little bit. So again, we're mixing the prismarine and the chiseled sandstone to match the other buildings, just kind of brings them a little bit more in together. Ooh, we're missing lamps on these ones here. Shop. And let's have a looky here, and we'll go here. We'll buy 2 of you and confirm, and yeah. Oops. Let's fix that while we're here. Again, another. This is just a little. It's just a little small tree house. This one. This is at the low end of the market. That one's just a little bit more. You know, that's the $1 million house, and this is like the $100,000 house. Just a little bit cheaper. So again, more terraforming, lots and lots of trees planted around here. I need to do some bone mealing around here just to bring the grass up. You've seen all of this area that we've done before. Again, down here, some more trees. I don't think I'm going to put another building here. I think I'll leave this area plain. You've seen this one before. We have another little one-bedroom house here, just slightly different from the other one. And then we have this one here, which is kind of cheaty of me. I've basically taken this design here and pretty much just gone, well, let's plonk it in half and just put the single version of it there. I'm actually considering doing the mirror image of it here, just to sort of balance out the look a little bit. I don't know, we'll see how we go. But yeah, so that's basically that one there. And if I'm 100% just happy with the shape of that either, I think I might need to maybe extend this out a little bit. I don't want to take this in because then that kind of takes away the balcony. But maybe if I just extend it out all the way around to there. I'll have a look at doing that. So the other thing I wanted to show off was my progress on my maze. So if we pop on down. Oops, here we go. I really need to make a proper entrance into here. I just need to work out where I'm going to put it. And probably ideally it'll just be something that's here, maybe not quite so hidden behind one of these guys. Just do a nice little entrance here so that you can head on into the maze. But this is the maze. So I still want to do some landscaping style stuff around the outside here. That's all around here is just empty, so I still want to do that. I didn't want to bring the maze completely to the side. I wanted to leave some space around just to do some, you know, picnic tables. One of the downsides to being on Skyblocks is you can't leave animals around the place because obviously they're all spawner based, and you need to stack your spawners in bits and pieces. So, but it would have been nice otherwise to have some animals or villagers floating around. But I have to think about what I'm going to put around the outside. I've got a couple of these around here. I just want to do a little bit of a little rest spot. I've got other rest spots throughout the maze, but these ones are slightly bigger. Let's do slightly bigger rest spots sitting inside of these. So, but I also need to remember to close up the gap. I don't know why I needed to write a sign for myself for that. So the roof, we've got only a half slab gap here basically, or 1.5 here. I brought these slabs here so people can get up and have a bit of a look over there, but you can't really see too much in order to try and find your way around the maze. So this will be the entrance to the maze, so probably if I'm going to do a doorway here, so that's the doorway there, will be around here somewhere. Then you head on into the maze. I do want to make some changes to it. It is solvable. I haven't managed to solve it myself, apart from the first time I did it with the blocks, because I did this in single player first, so I had a line of blocks that showed me the way through. So I was able to sort of walk through and made sure that it was all there correct, but since then I haven't, and I think I've just made it a little bit too difficult. The first part's really easy because it takes quite a while before it even branches off, so you do a lot of this sort of, and I hope I'm not making anyone dizzy, you do a lot of this running around in the same sort of area, and there is no split off. You're just sort of going round and round and round, and there's no split off. And eventually though you do get to points like this. Oh no, not that one. Points where it does split off, but when it splits off and you go, okay, so I get to go this way or that way, because it is all, like, I've got flowers here and there, and I thought the flowers would be enough of a differentiation, so that once you got through the maze, if you went down a wrong track, that you could then turn around and go back and find where you were to go the other direction. but you actually can't. It's not clear enough, and because obviously the flowers are all the same, so you can see it goes for quite a while where you're just heading in the one direction. It's quite a trick to get through here. And mazes aren't supposed to be easy, but yeah, so once you sort of get to a point like this where you're splitting off, it's hard to know that this is where you were and this is where you did the split off. So what I'm thinking is that I may need to maybe do some block changes. So maybe like take out these 3 leaves and put in some alternative blocks, and then just do that alternating around, so that when people go say down here and they go, okay, I'm all the way around here, but then I get stuck at a point, then I know where I'm going back to. But otherwise, yeah, you wouldn't have a clue. So I got stuck here, and if I went back, I'm not exactly sure where I came from. See, so I'm already lost already. So, I mean, obviously, if you do get lost in here, here's one of my rest spots. If you do get lost in here, you're not stuck in here forever. You can just go to spawn and get back out again. So it's fairly straight. Oh, see, now I'm lost there. I'll never solve this maze on here. But so that's pretty much sort of where my thinking is on the maze. I'm really happy. It took a while to get it all sorted out in single player mode and then sort of bring it over to here with the schematic. But I'm pretty happy overall how it's turned out. And again, it'll just be that sort of little differentiation. And in fact, even with these, I could even make maybe little chairs on the end of each one where it separates out. I don't know. And I don't know if I want to go through the entire maze to do it, but I'll see how I go, because it's going to be a huge effort. And I may even open up my warp, because I'm planning on opening up my warp in a day or so. Once I've sort of closed off those other couple of areas, I won't even worry about making sure the outside's completed. You can see my minions tag up there. That's where we were fighting the blazes and the king creeper, the bosses. So I may not even 100% complete this before I open up the warp, because I would like to get it open and getting people able to come and have a look through the maze. So let's go back to home iron again. Oops, home iron. Ta-da! So, I wanted to have a look at another type of spawner that I haven't got before, and I really only purchased it because I wanted to see what it looks like. It's a little bit pricey. If we head on into shop, it is the point spawner, so 35 million. So it's quite pricey. I mean, when you look at the Villi spawners, which is giving us money, they're 7.2 mil, so you can buy a few of those versus a point spawner. Now I'm not sure if this is this point spawner here, and we've got the little, maybe a bit hard to tell from there, but it's a horse. And while I'm remembering, let's upgrade this. Donkey donk. Right, so rabbits. So we've got the rabbits here, so they're spawning and getting killed by the minion. So we've got a horse there, and the minion will kill the horse. And see, my end portal frames are sitting in there. Now that was one of the horses spawned there. I'm not 100% sure how long it will take before I get a point out of it. So I have had it running for nearly an hour. Obviously only tier 1, because I went off to the arena to get my points in order to upgrade it. So there's nothing there yet. I'm assuming it is paper points that you get. I really shouldn't take this out while I'm talking. I'm assuming it is paper points that you get, and that they the minion will pop them into the chest. But I don't know, because obviously we haven't seen anything yet. I'm also assuming it only gives 1 point. Oh, the baby horse. to get it. I'm assuming that it is just paper points and it's 1 point at a time, rather than it giving multiple points, but I could be wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on this. I will have it obviously running all this time, and I'll just see how many points I get in a day, 2 days, in the week, so that when I record next, I can report back on what that point spawner has given. Now, I haven't gotten this because I want lots of points or because I want to increase my points. That's not the reason why it's spawned, just because I'm curious and I wanted to see what sort of results I would get from having a single point spawner. So I'm not going to buy any more. It's just going to be the single one. I've fully upgraded it, and we'll now so they're spawning quite regularly. Now we're just going to sit there and wait and see what comes out of it. Wondering whether or not, always one of those tricky things, trying to see what's inside the chest at the time that something is killed. So do we get leather in there? No, it doesn't look like there's anything else that has dropped out of that. So in reality, you're not making any money off that thing other than the points, and it's about, again, what value you place on those points. I think points are selling for about $1 million a point at the moment is what I've seen them selling for. But let's go into point shop, and you'll see that I have got 976 there, so I have got quite a few points sitting there. Oops, point shop, did I do that right? There we go. So we're 976. So there are a few bits and things we could get. You know, we've got things like hoppers. I don't need tier 1 or tier 2 hoppers. I give those away at the moment because they're really pointless. I don't have any use for them. I use the tier 3s or the tier 4s. These are great early on in the game to receive them when you've got nothing else to use, but otherwise they're no good. Experience boosters, farming boosters, mob coins. Suppose you could spend them on the loot boosters, but they're 5 minutes and for 60 points. Yeah, I don't think that's worth spending points on it. Villi spawners and iron golem spawners. I'm making enough money now that I don't need to be. Number one, I'm not really buying iron golem spawners. The iron golems that I've got are ones that I have won. The villager spawners, I'm making enough that I can buy them myself. I don't need to be spending points on them. Mob coins, again, you know, I can head off into the arena for 15 minutes and get a couple of 100 points. So that's what I did before to get the points that I've got at the moment. So no point. We have fast place 5. We have fast place 4. So we've got both of those. I suppose I could buy up all the other ones, but I don't really need them. A void chest. I've got 2 void chests. So I don't really need any void chests. And I don't really want to spend my points, I think, on, especially on 500 on something like that. Sell a lot. No. So we've got advanced crates. We could see advanced crates. You're more likely to get a gazillion cosmetics out of the advanced crates, so there's no point spending it on that. And then you come down to the ranks. Now I am already a wanted rank, but I suppose if you were wanting to upgrade, then maybe this would be worthwhile for you to save up and get the 5,500 points, and then point spawners might be worth it for you. So you get a whole heap of point spawners to get yourself up to the point where you get a wanted rank. Now that might mean that you're sacrificing your season to only getting points so you can get up to that amount, because 5,500 is quite a few points, and I think that obviously you can vote every day to get extra points. You can win some points in the crate keys and bits and pieces, but it's still an awful lot. I don't know. No, see, because I am wanted rank, I don't know whether that discounts that points, but I don't think it does. I don't think I ever saw that discounted even when I was a lower rank. I'm pretty sure that's just it, but it is achievable. Outlaw 4,500. If you were going to get close to the end of the season, trying to get yourself the extra 1,000 to go to Wanted, not a bad idea. But I would be quite happy myself if I just had Outlaw. Outlaw's the one that gives you Fly. The benefits going up to Wanted isn't huge amounts. You get a few extra homes. I think you get an extra personal vault. You get an extra delivery in the slightly higher kit. But again, those don't give you huge amounts of value. But still, it's there. If you're close enough, you might want to bump yourself up. Thief rank at 1,000 points. That's really good if you're either don't have a rank or you're just buckaroo, because Thief allows you to mine spawners with a silk touch. So Thief and up, you can mine spawners with a silk touch. And that is a valuable thing to have, because the amount of times that people misplace spawners or decide to change up their island, would like to move spawners, that's a really handy thing. And you know, I'm at this point in the season where I'm up to 976. I had spent all my points because I brought Fast Place 4, so I had spent the ones I had at the beginning of the season. So that's very achievable in a season in order to be able to get yourself that rank. And then even so, it's a big jump up there, but that one is achievable. And obviously buckaroo for 2,500, you would go for Thief. And even if you were looking at 2,500 points to try and, if it was full price at the 3,500 points, I would push myself to get to that rather than even bothering with buckaroo. You're pretty much wasting your points, because all it really does is you might get one personal vault and you get the rank and maybe an extra set home, but you don't get Fly. So yeah. And same with Thief, you don't get Fly with Thief. It's only at Outlaw you get the Fly with it. So again, if I had the 1,000, I'd probably spend it on the Thief rank just so that I could utilize the ability to be able to move my spawners. But otherwise, save up for your Outlaw rank. Anyway, that's my opinion. Now, hopper extensions. I am unsure, and I don't think these carry over from season to season. I think at the end of the season you might lose those. I might double check on that and I'll come back to you, or if anybody watching this video knows, if you could pop that into the comments, that would be cool, because that may be something that you would want to aim for too. But 9,000 points, that's a heck of a lot of points. And do you really need a 200 hopper extension? Like if you are playing at the very top end of the IS top level things, and I know that I'm part of a team that is doing that, but we all have our own individual islands and things like that. So the amount of people that actually need to go above the 200 hopper extension, is it worth saving up for 9,000 points and getting yourself to that point? I don't know. And then there's a battle pass. I don't even know what a battle pass is. I should probably have a look and see what a battle pass is. And maybe we could spend points on a battle pass and see what it is. I don't know. I have seen that in part of the quests. Might need to investigate that too, and then we can come back to it. Anyway, I have basically what I'm saying is I've got all these points. There's not an awful lot that I can purchase with them. I could transfer them to one of my alts and let one of my alts upgrade its rank, and I think I may have one or two alts that don't even have a rank at all, but otherwise I've got ranks Thief, Outlaw for a few of my alts. So that is the other alternative as well, because you can now transfer your points and pay them to someone else, which is a new feature that was added this season, and it's actually quite a handy thing. In the past you could only sell points that were in paper form, so that's a handy dandy thing. So other than that, I think that on my to-do list, find out what a battle pass is and what it does, and do we want to do it. Find out whether or not the hopper extensions go from one season to the next. We're going to see whether or not the point spawner gives us anything over the days until the next recording. And I need to finish off that pesky maze and open up my warp. So I hope that you have enjoyed seeing the rest of my island and the building that I've done on it. I probably won't be showing it off again. There won't be an awful lot more that I do to it that makes it worthwhile showing off. So I think that next week I also want to go and have a look at someone else's island. So I will probably do that and be able to show off someone else's great work. But in the meantime, thank you once again for watching these episodes and supporting my channel. And sorry, Mr. Horse, you have a great day.